Hello, everyone. So if you're watching this on a replay, I'll probably start talking about the Fatal Fangs stuff in about 5 minutes or so, just so that I can gather enough people to join in conversation. So, like I said, if you're watching this on a replay, please skip about 5 minutes ahead. For the time being, while I wait for people to join, I am just going to let people know quickly on my phone here that this is live within my Fatal Fangs group. So bear with me. Hi Adam, how you doing? I'm just going to share this in our group a minute. Oh, I'm so tired. I'm not even paying attention right now. So Adam, I don't know at what point you came on. I'm going to give it the markers on 5 minutes before I actually start talking. Just give people a chance to join if they want to. How are you doing anyway? Yeah, not great. Yeah, a lot of people are not great right now. I just read some of your comments actually just now, just before I went live. Yeah, I'm sorry things have crumbled a little bit. Me personally, I'm around a 50-50 as well. Hello, how are you doing? We're just going to give it to the 5 minute marker. We're almost on 2 minutes and then we're going to start talking. Don't matter if there's still just two of you here or not. I'm not being rude. I'm just trying to post this up here because I'd quite like a lot of input if possible. Yeah, 2 people. I suppose it's Sunday evening. Is it Sunday today? I don't know. I've been working nights. I've completely lost track of the days. Where's your milkshake? Well, you had to come and get it. I told you. Lame. So we've got 2 more minutes left, and then I'll start talking to you about what I've got to say. Yeah, I normally get a little bit more than this, but I don't normally do my lives on a Sunday evening. So it's not a problem anyway. People can rewatch it. I've stated at the start of the video that we'll start talking about Fatal Fangs within the 5 minute marker. So they can skip ahead if this is replayed. Does anyone else get a hell of a lot more friend requests on your personal Facebook since you started YouTube? It's mad. The amount of people that just keep coming up all the time. I have no idea who these people are. Musketeers. How are we doing? Right, 50 seconds more, guys, and then I will actually start talking rather than boring you to death. Hi, Jen, how are you? It's 9:30 a.m. where you are, is it? Oh, blimey. It's almost 20 to 6 here in the evening. I was going to wear my purple shirt and wear the actual Fatal Fangs get up today, but I picked it up. Admittedly, it's been slung over a chair, and I picked it up and I've put it on, and there was God knows what on it from when I was I did a enclosure kind of maintenance thing after the last time I recorded an intro. And yeah, it's covered in God knows what right now. I didn't even realize. So you're stuck with the white shirt today. Good evening, Ian. How are you doing? Oh, okay. We've passed our 5 minutes, so I'm going to be talking about it now. So will it return yearly or next year? The honest truth of it for me is I can't actually tell you right now. Now, the reason being is there are so many pros and cons with Fatal Fangs. I'd like to sit there and say it will return yearly. So some of you may know this already, but we have the Fatal Fangs group Facebook page where once this tournament's finally over, I'll be putting up polls with various viable ideas that could work, and we will base a lot of things on majority votes for how it will work next year, like whether people want it to remain anonymous, whether they want to keep it how it was. We do have to change the voting system. Now, I don't want to talk negatively, if possible, but we actually no longer have a choice but to change the voting system next year, because our good friend at Tarantula TV no longer wants to be an admin member for the following years. He will still support Fatal Fangs. He will still support us as friends and as a fellow YouTuber, and he has no anger towards me or the other admin team, but he has received a fair bit of abuse on behalf of his website with this voting system going on. So for those that don't know, we potentially have somebody messing with the voting system using a VPN. So if people don't realize what that is, Fatal Fangs voting system is based on once a day, 24 hours per IP address. So if you're in your own home address, you can only do it that once. So some of you may have found that if you're there as a couple, you may not both be able to vote. That's because you're under the same IP. People using a VPN can constantly change their IP address. A lot of people use it to stay hidden from police and things like that, stay off the radar, and they can literally spam in votes. And I believe that it's one person that's doing this. I also don't believe that it's a contestant that's doing this. I think somebody, perhaps somebody that's very, a lot of us here get a lot of dislikes put on as soon as our videos go up, before anyone's got a chance to actually view it. So this is obviously some person who has some hate for tarantula keepers as a whole, whether it's somebody who doesn't believe in them being kept in captivity, whether it's someone that just doesn't like us as entertainers. We don't know. And I don't even know if this is this person. But at a guess, I would say it is. And I've been discussing with various people the motives behind this person. And the only thing I can think of is to jeopardize the tournament and cause arguments and cause a breakup within our community. And probably hoping I cancel the whole thing. I'm not going to cancel it this year. I just want to let you know that. I know you guys are commenting, and I will read through in a moment. I just want to get out what I've got to say. Unfortunately, this person who's messing with the voting system has caused a lot more damage than we expected could happen. So we've actually lost 2 contestants this week due to the stresses put on by unfair voting, which is really unfortunate. I'm not to say who would have naturally won. I'm not saying one person should have beaten the other. You know, these people are quite often very tied, and it's normally within the last day. It's normally the second to last day it happens a bit, and then in the very last day they pump in these votes, and they don't seem to be picking specific people. They don't seem to be picking people that are just American or just UK based. They don't seem to be picking people that use a certain company or certain people that are within a little clique or a little friendship group stronger than other friendship groups. That's why we think their motive is literally just to jeopardize things. And unfortunately, they are succeeding in a way. We as a community, I believe, are still very strong bonded friends, and I hope it will remain that way. But obviously, there has been some upset caused due to this person. And by us changing the voting system next year, which, like I said, we have no choice but to do now, is the only way to stop them. And honestly, I don't know how to change it. So we can or could have added in a login thing so that this person to cheat would have to constantly make new email addresses and re-sign up to be able to vote. But it's still possible to happen. You know, there are plenty of scam emailers that can do this at a very fast speed. I know it would reduce it, but it wouldn't stop it. The idea of a judging panel is possible, somebody who is neutral to the community, perhaps traders, maybe. One idea of mine was a trader from EU, UK, and US. That way, if, for example, a UK person was a continuous customer to the UK company, they might be biased and choose them anyway, but that doesn't mean the EU or the US would, and that's the majority vote. They probably won't even want to take part. Companies are very, very busy, and judging panels is a lot of favoritism, and I don't like that. It's just an idea to throw out there. So I don't know what we can possibly do in the way of the voting system to improve Fatal Fangs, but that will come. Whether I decide it's going to carry on next year or not, the polls are still going to go up, and I'm going to see what we can make of it. So I'm just going to go through some positives, some negatives, and then I'm going to read through you guys' comments. It's only because if I keep reading through, I'm going to get distracted on what I've got to say. So please don't think I'm being rude. Positives, I think there's been some new friendships made through Fatal Fangs. There's been some publicity for channels that are highly deserving of it, that do not receive it. We've had friendly parts of competition. We've had, obviously, with Natalie doing her trash talking. That was funny. People liked it. Some of the losers have lost really well in a way that they've accepted it, whether they feel cheated or not, made silly videos about it. And I think it's opened up a new world through Fatal Fangs. They're the positive things in my eyes. But at the minute, I think the negatives, the cons, have highly outweighed it. And I don't think that a lot of people here truly realize what's going on behind the scenes. So the cheater aside, well, not a cheater aside, but not that person specifically. Not only has it caused certain YouTubers to be called cheaters, to be abused on their own channels, which I don't tolerate that kind of rubbish at all. If somebody's going to sit here, watch this tournament, and go off and abuse another YouTuber and accuse them without proof of being a cheater, then you can bloody unsubscribe from me now. I don't care if putting this video out there loses me 1,000 subscribers. I'm not tolerating somebody going off and calling people scumbags, cheaters, blah, 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 without solid proof. It's not fair. It is not fair. So either change your ways or just go, as far as I'm concerned, because my friends here in this community mean more to me than many things in my life, many aspects of my life. I've made some solid, good friends here, and I'm not having them being accused of things that they haven't done. So that really bugs me. I've had so much private message abuse. I've been told to go and kill myself. I've been told I'm the sickest thing that happened to this hobby. I've been told that all I ever do is tear things apart, that I'm selfish. The list goes on. And I haven't had a week go by, not 1 week. Now, how long's Fatal Fangs gone on for here? Round 1 was 4, round 2 was 2. 6 weeks. 6 weeks of abuse sent to me. And I sit there and do my intros and smile on the camera when inside I'm torn apart. I don't even want to be doing this anymore. I don't want to be a part of it anymore. But I'm doing it because there are still some good people within this tournament, and there are some good viewers that are understanding and that are playing fair. And it would be wrong of me to take that away for selfish personal reasons. That is why I'm going to continue on, because I don't think we should allow these people messing with us to win. Okay, they've already caused a lot of upset. I say let's just bloody well roll with it and see what the hell happens at the end. And if you think the final winner has won unfairly, so be it, because this is a trial and error round this year. And the other thing I want to add in before I start reading your comments, I have said this to a few people, so sorry if it's repetition. I understand frustration of competitors coming to me. I have no problem with people coming to me with their concerns, or the rest of the admins. But I say this as nicely as possible, but I want you to understand that I'm not a multi-million-pound company with a tech support team and people that are doing everything. I'm a part of a group of 4, okay? Scarlett dealt with a lot of my people stuff, but she's had her own personal issues, so she's kind of stepped back from a lot of that. Reese, who did the editing, obviously some people didn't like the editing that he did, so he stepped back from that, making his job slightly less because he doesn't want to get the grief. We've got Adam, who has been tormented over the voting system. He is doing this off his own back. It costs him to run this website. He's got no personal gain from this whatsoever. He's barely even gained an audience since being an admin. He's doing this for free for you guys and an expense of his own to try and help achieve something good here. And I've been getting a lot of 4-hour sleeps a night trying to figure things out to do with Fatal Fangs, dealing with this abuse. And, you know, I cannot actually sort out all the problems that come my way. And that's not to say stop messaging me with your concerns. I'm here for you. I'm your friend. Even if I barely know you, you know, you all mean a lot to me as contestants and as viewers. But sometimes there's nothing I can actually do. I have no control over the website whatsoever. I don't have a special login for it. I can't change a single thing about Adam's site. And with the stuff that he gets held at him, I cannot blame him for not wanting to keep trying to change things. He takes a lot of time out of his day to get this to work for you guys. So we've basically crumbled as a team. We barely even speak to each other. We have an admin group. We barely even talk to one another. It's Reese, can you do this? Adam, can you do this? Scarlett, can you do that? Yes, yes, yes. Thumbs up pictures. That's about as far as our conversation goes anymore, which is unfortunate. We're still friends, but the strain that we've had put on us has been nothing like I've ever felt before. You know, I feel like it started with 64 people with average voting of what, between 800 and 1,000. You know, I feel like if I don't resolve every issue every time, I'm letting all these people down. I'm letting my friends down. I'm letting my subscribers down, random viewers down, fans of other people down. And it's so much pressure that I would have to change an awful lot and become a stronger person within myself to allow Fatal Fangs to continue in following years. So I'm going to go and read your comments now. I'm sorry I haven't read through any, but I just needed to kind of vent a little bit, and I hope you understand, and I hope I haven't offended anybody, but it was important for me to kind of get that out because I don't think a lot of people realize how hard it's actually been. So I'm going to go scroll back through now, okay? So I'm probably going to be reading things here that you guys have wrote like 10 minutes ago. So let's go back. First of all, I'm just going to say hi to everyone that did join. So hello to everyone there, rather than going through you individually. Thank you for coming along. Oh, with Adam saying who's the second. Yeah, she was right, it's Tom. So Gar wanted to pull out because he was being called a cheater and being abused. And I think there is no doubt in my mind that he had nothing to do with the voting system. I know full well. I know the man. I've met the man. I've followed his channel for a while. He's not the cheating type, and neither is Tom, by far. But Tom feels that there are some strong supporters of Gar who would feel cheated if Tom accepts to go through. So he's being humble. And I haven't argued with Gar or Tom about this. This is their choice, and I have accepted it, even though it means now that their next competitor will go through as a win by default, which I know is going to cause a lot of aggravation. But I would rather that aggravation be put back on me than Tom or Gar, because none of this is in any way their fault whatsoever. So that's the two that are now out, would be Tom and Gar. So Sam Evans, thanks for all the help you've given me with all my inbox questions. Not a problem. I think you popped one up not that long ago that I kind of skimmed through because I was at work. I'm finding it harder to respond to everybody now with the Fatal Fangs stuff going on, but I do promise to try and get back to everyone. So if there are questions you've put on there that I haven't noticed, I will get back to you. Can't you use capture, says Greg. I don't actually know what that is, so feel free to let me know. That I think somebody did say something about that before, but I don't quite get what it is. Hello, I'm randomly here. What is your channel about? Well, I don't know if you're still here. I'm an invertebrate channel, and most of the people watching this also either have invertebrate channels or follow them. So there's a lot of tarantula YouTubers. Fatal Fangs been great for publicity and growing the community. You're right. Anyone's going to do that kind of trash talk, they shouldn't be watching in the first place. Yeah, I agree. That it's been sick, some of the things people have been saying. Like when I told you stuff, the abuse that I've been receiving, I've told you the tame things. And I don't know as far as PMs have gone to our contestants, just what I've seen in comments, and they're bad enough. Hi, Spiderwick, how you doing? So, how are you doing anything wrong? How you're bad for the hobby? You're a nice person. You haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, I appreciate what you're saying. Oh, my thing's cut down a minute. I do appreciate it, and I have had a lot of support as well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everybody's been nasty to me, because that would be a complete and utter lie. I've had messages from thank you. I've gained so many subs from doing this, and I've received a lot of supportive messages too. But sometimes, the nasty things really feel like they outweigh the good things. Sure, Simon Cowell gets a shit ton of hatred, but he keeps going. That's right, Adam. That is very much right. Yeah, and thank you for taking part, Spiderwick. Yeah, it was really good to have you on board. Sorry, I am reading through. Yeah, I appreciate things people are saying here. It's very kind of you. Should not give in to it. No, I completely agree. Hang on, I'm going to have to show this comment. My boom. Oh, I've got to show a few comments here. People have been saying naughty things. Oh, hiya, Ben. I didn't see you come in. Oh, Adam said maybe the team behind you to not be involved in keeping community session. Yeah, you could be right there. It's just finding that. It's finding the right people for it. Goes not cheating, Tom. Yeah, no, definitely neither of them are cheating whatsoever, and they do not deserve any abuse. Yeah, I could put back the last highs too, but to be honest with you, I'm drained from it. I'm literally just going to roll it as it is now, because it's a broken system anyway. It's a broken competition anyway. Winner is still going to receive a prize, and I'm just going to roll with what I've got. I know we're taking this week off now, but I've actually done almost no actual clip work. So everyone that sent me a clips, they're not even in their folders correctly yet, because I've just been drained from trying to figure out bits and bobs. And we were talking discussions about hiding votes. We were talking about discussions on various other aspects, and we're just going to roll with this competition now, exactly how it's running, rather than changing anything halfway through, so that we can look at what will work next year. So that's been the final decision, is to literally just leave it, roll with it. There's only round 3, 4, 5, 6, is that right, left? 3, 6, 4, so it's like 4 weeks left, because they'll all be in an individual video. And after round 3, I only have to deal with 8 clips, and then I have to deal with 4, then 2. So it's going to get easier. And the cheater's never going to go. He's probably watching this laughing at us all right now. But if he is watching this, I just say to you that you're not going to win. So this tournament is going to go ahead either way. Whether the winner has won by your unfair voting or not, they're still receiving a prize. Okay, there's still going to be a few prizes dotted out for certain clips that I've enjoyed watching, or my team have enjoyed watching. So whether somebody wins unfairly by changing of votes last minute or not, it's still going to go through. We're still going to enjoy it as a whole. Sorry, Phil, I had to accept your comment there. I completely agree. I've lost where I was now. Where am I? Oh, I didn't even realise you were here, Tom. Yeah. If anyone read Tom's comment, I think he's spot on there. So thank you for saying it. It's been fantastic, though. I appreciate that. So it says capture where you have pictures and you have to select certain pictures and tick a box. Oh, the robot thing. Didn't think of that. The only problem is I've lost my techie man now. Not for this year, but for following years. And I can't blame him for it. So I wouldn't actually know how to set that up. Like, we're not going to have a website to use next year. Unless, of course, things completely change and everything runs smoothly now and he feels better about himself or whatnot. But I'm not going to blame the man for not wanting to be involved. So we're going to have no... He's still going to be a sponsor and a supporter to Tarantula TV. But I'm not going to be involved with Tarantula TV very much in the way of votings. So we've lost that for next year, unfortunately, through no fault of his own. So setting up this capture thing, I unless somebody else is able to do that kind of thing, I wouldn't know. Thank you, Sam. I will reply to all your stuff, though. Once I've had people understand this is supposed to be a fun event. Yeah, I completely agree. I started it to be something fun. I wanted publicity and fun to mix into one because I felt that there were a lot of smaller channels that were very well deserving of gaining views, in my personal opinion. And everyone's opinions are different. So there are some channels that, in my opinion, may have needed more work, but in other people's opinion would have been fantastic. So, and I'm a nobody really. I sit on 2,000 subs and I don't even get high views. But in my personal opinion, I thought that giving these people the chance to be seen is what was important. People make their own decision on whether they stick to that channel. So, I mean, I gained, what, 1,000 subs almost, right? Like 700-800 subs from a shout out once. Which is lovely and all, but that doesn't mean they're long-term viewers. And what I wanted to gain for people were long-term viewers, so they can click on the channel, they can check it out, and they can go, you know what, I like this, I'm going to follow them. And if they don't, so be it. They may find another one. And the fun aspect has sunk for me. I don't find any of the arrangements of this fun anymore. I'd love to say I do, and I loved it at the beginning, but I don't know. It's this, whatever's been going on here voting wise has really sunk me. And the fact that people are upset over it and people have had their feelings hurt, that's not what I wanted to happen from this competition. I would never want that to happen from this competition or from anything I do. Right, I'm still far behind here, aren't I? So, oh, Spider-Man's here. Way. Thank you very much, Alan. Vertben says, as humans, we tend to pay more attention to the nasty things people say about us. And one person spewing hate will cut you more than 100 people's love. Yeah, I completely agree with that, Ben. I completely agree with that. And you know what? I've had hate. We've all had hate as YouTubers. Obviously, I'm saying that because there's a lot of YouTubers in this section here, in this chat. And normally I can look past it and I can laugh it off. But it's difficult when you're dealing with it on a weekly basis here, and you're receiving more hate than you are good as well, which is really, really rough. Drop out and drop out and I win, says Adam. Lucy will go through for the ladies. Yeah. Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna like. Keep up the good work, Sam. Thanks, Gav. I appreciate that. Hey, Gav, what was Al's reaction then for his loss? Because obviously you two are really good friends, and to have one of you still in the competition and the other not must be a bit like, I bet you took the right mick out of him, didn't you? Prefer a techie person, I'm sure. Yeah, probably. JP, hello, how are you doing? No worries about you being busy. It's we would just feel free to follow back through. The actual answer to the question is still unsure at the minute. I want to say yes, but it depends. It depends. I want to say yes. There will be polls put up in the Fatal Fangs group on Facebook. So if anyone, even if you're just a viewer or a contender, you can find the Fatal Fangs group on Facebook and join that. Just answer the question, asks you if you're a viewer or a contestant. So you just answer that and we can allow you in then. I mean, this person that's messing with us is probably already in that group, probably can see everything. camera's going a bit slow there. I don't know what the quality's like for you guys. Mr. River Spider, I've enjoyed every minute of it. Thank you for your time and everyone who's contributed to it. Well, thank you for watching it. Oh, I think is my camera working okay for you guys? My computer seems to have really slowed down. Like I'm trying to check with the comments and it's going a bit weird. I'm sure someone else could step up. I don't blame him for not wanting to do it. It's been a really good thing to watch. Yeah, I agree. And I don't blame anyone. I've never blamed a single person that's wanted to step out of this tournament whatsoever. Oh, who pulled out would be so Gar and Tom are no longer taking part through no fault of their own. It's through it's like a personal thing to do with potential cheating going on in the tournament that's not by either of them to themselves. So this is neither of them to be blamed, and I want to make that clear. Sarah Tyndall's here. Hi, Sarah. How are you doing? Yeah, JP, it's a ridiculous amount of work. It's a lot more than I ever expected. Hiya, Peter. How are you? Tell them off, Sam, and move on. Yeah, I ignore them, to be fair. I just block them, get rid of them when I get receiving this horrible stuff. He was gutted. Yeah, I bet I was gutted. Poor guy. I'll tell you what, though, because obviously you're all contestants here are my friends within the community, but obviously some I've met in person. There is a lot of people, I say a lot, there's a chunk of people now going to be facing off against each other in round 3 that are people I've met in person, and I'm going to have to watch these people knock each other out of the tournament. It's going to be gutting for me, like, to have to do that so-and-so's won, like, because I know it's about the clip, not about the person, and I don't vote personally. Unless I'm testing something out in the voting system where I vote for one each, I don't vote. But it's like, oh no, I have to, one of my friends is going to lose and the other one's going to win. There's no in between anymore. Like, I mean, the lineup will go like this, right? Sorry, I haven't finished with the comments, but I'll tell you, because there's some people. I'm just going to mention the ones that I know in person that will be versing each other in round 3. So I've got to look back over a minute to find out how it goes. Again, I'm only mentioning the ones that I've met in person here. So I can't find it now. So Gav will be versing Adam, 2 people that I've met in person. I don't think you've met Gav, Adam, but he actually lives in the same hometown as me. So that's 2 people that I know, 2 people that have become my friends that have got to face each other. And then, sorry, it's taking a while to load here. Oh yeah, and the other one was Ben and Dan, so Inverter Ben and Stick and Mix. I drank with both of these people. I sat there and had a drink with both of these men, and now I've got to watch one of them knock the other one out. See, those little things are still keeping it fun for me. They're still making it exciting, sad and exciting at the same time. Right, where am I here? I'm in the kitchen, but I can hear you drained from it all. You're not using enthusiastic self. Yeah, well, I picked up again a bit now, but yeah, you'll notice I've pre-recorded 3 or 4 videos now that will be coming out on my channel. And while editing them, I've realized it in myself. I'm looking at them and I'm like, I'm not even entertaining here. I'm not fun. I'm not smiley. I'm just giving out as much factual information as possible and lost my charismatic side. So I'm a bit gutted to be putting these out, but one of them was an unboxing and then there's some rehousings and I got something cool that I think is cool. And these are all to come out soon. And I'm a bit gutted now because 3 weeks worth of videos, people might just not want to watch me because they're like, well, what the hell is this guy doing? He's boring. I'm concerned now. I'm concerned that's going to put people off. Right, I'm going to be scrolling down a bit more, so if I've missed something, I do apologise. If the friendship, there shouldn't be too much hard feelings. No, I don't think there'll be any actual hard feelings, but I'm just gutted. Like, and they won't hate on each other at all. They'll laugh it off, but it's just kind of like, oh no, someone I care about is going down. Like, sad times. I don't mind if Gav beats me. Better get a good clip. Yeah, so it is supposed to be fun, and I'm still looking at the fun sides. And my friends versus my friends still seem to be keeping it going for me. Yeah, Gav, I haven't even looked at your clips yet, mate. I've got them. I haven't looked over them. It's all about the teas. At least you get good views, but I'm trying to rise up. Yeah, the views aren't bad for Fatal Fangs. I've got to admit, they've definitely worked in my favour. I'm hoping certain people have gained subs through Fatal Fangs. I know some have because I've received messages about it. But I don't want it to look like it's all about myself, if you know what I mean. Of course, I wanted some personal gain. And personally, I think rightly so for the stress I've gone through it. But it was to bring us up together. And the other thing I was thinking about, if Fatal Fangs were to return next year, I know not everyone will like this idea, but it's something I'm really, really edging towards. And that is cutting it down to a first come, first serve, 32-person collaboration. I don't intend on ever beating my 64. But 64 is what? A hell of a lot of weeks worth of competition. If I started with 32, that's 2 videos. Then it will be 16 contestants. That's 1 video. Then 8, then 4, then 2. And a winner. So 6 weeks instead of what we're going on now. So I don't know other people's opinions on that, but it will shorten it dramatically. So I'm kind of hoping that we will do like a 32 thing, and I'll only take people that are going to take it very seriously if I redo it. I will ask people not to allow others to go through in their stead this time. I have no problem with it happening this year, but it has sparked a few angry viewers. So I would put that as a ruling, unless it was through personal problems like health problems or somebody's had a loss in their family. That's different. But it would be to keep going. I would also end up asking for all clips in advance as well, because gathering these clips weekly has been rough, real rough. So I'd probably give people like 6-month heads up, gather in every round's clips all in one, and then allow people that opportunity to change their rounds clip with a week in advance during the tournament. But if they don't do it within that week in advance deadline, then they have to stick to their original. That would be so much less stress for me and whoever's going to be on my team. I'll also, if I continue on, be taking on a much larger team of admins, which if obviously we did cut it down to 32, then there would be more people that could be admins. And I know some of my admins want to compete next year, so it might be a whole new team. So we will see. We will see. Where are we now? Oh, it says my chat is disconnected, so I'm not actually sure if this is still working at the moment. I'll tell you what, I'll give it a couple of minutes to see if the chat comes back on. But I think I've got a connection issue. I think because I'm still... Danielle's upstairs, and I'm pretty sure she's probably using the internet to play her music, which is messing mine up drastically. We'll give it a couple of minutes. So obviously, if anyone's saying anything, I can't see it right now. That woman is the bane of my life, I swear. I absolutely swear. Oh, thank you, Adam. Adam's told me that I'm still live. Wonderful. Say, good friend there, good friend, sends me this message. So, Adam, in return, I'm going to send you back. Right. Wow, even my phone's internet's going slow. She is definitely using up my internet up there. I'll have to go up there and savagely beat her. That was a joke. I know this is live online. It is a joke. I've never hit a woman in my life. Okay, I just want to make that very, very clear. Oh, you know what? I've lost them. I was going to send Adam. There they are. Right, we'll do that one, that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. There we are. So I've sent Adam a bunch of love hearts because my chat is still disconnected. And he's seen it. Look, there we go. Beautiful love hearts. I'm going to shoot off in a minute, guys, because I don't think this chat is going to actually come back. Oh, who's messaging me now? Oh, it was Sarah. Oh, look, everybody's helping me when I've got a problem with my thing. I'm going to be rude to you all now and just reply to people on my phone. Anyway, right, guys, I am going to cut it here because I don't think this chat's going to come back. But I want to thank you all for joining. I've actually ended on a more positive mood than I started in. That's thanks to you guys having a chat and me talking about my friends competing against each other, which is just funny. So yeah, round it all up, whether it'll come back, I'm not sure. Would I want it to? Yes. Possibly a completely different admin team, depending. There would definitely have to be a different voting system that we would have to look into. And yeah, I don't know. And I want a much bigger admin team, much, much bigger. And I'll give each people their individual roles. And yeah, we'll just hope for the best. But remember, guys, we're just a couple of people trying to do good in the world, especially for the hobby and for our friends. So thank you for those that have been supportive and have been there for me and the others and each other. And let's just make a bond right now that none of us are to fall out over Fatal Fangs. Because I would struggle to live with knowing that I've caused that. Obviously, I still can't see your chat, but make me that promise in your own homes right now. As viewers and contenders, no one is going to break any friendship bonds over this tournament. Okay? Because I certainly won't. I certainly won't. I've met some wonderful people from doing this. Anyway, I'm going to be off. I've jabbered on to you guys for like nearly 45 minutes, 42 minutes. And yeah, do me one little favor though, guys. Can you pop me a few thumbs up, because I can see that the replay of this video is going to give me some serious thumbs down. So if I could just build that ratio up a little bit of having a few thumbs up, that'll give me a bit of a boost. So yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Right, I'm going to shoot. Thank you all for joining me. Sorry I can't reply to any more chat. Have a good one. Take care. Bye-bye.